Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is your weekly horoscope for the week starting Monday the 25th of July and going through until Sunday the 31st of July. It's really nice to be with you today. It's a nice day here in Glastonbury. I'm at the Abbey again. You can see the ruins of the Abbey behind me. If this is the first time you're watching one of my horoscopes, these are basically astrological weather reports where I look at what's going on in the sky and how that's going to impact all of us. And the first thing that I noticed about this week is that the moon is going through a lot of zodiac signs which have to do with spring and summer. It's about energy coming in and building and things then blossoming and coming to fruition, and it's warmth and it's positive and it's summery. And at the same time, the moon is winding down, it's waning, and it's moving towards being a new moon again when it's totally black. So those two energies really contradict each other. You know, the moon winding down, but then being in signs that are all about energy and really putting energy out there, nothing to do with winding down. And the way I interpret this is similar to a pagan festival that happens this week on Sunday the 31st. And I'm not sure about the pronunciation. I think it's something called Lunasa. And it's the pagan festival of the first harvest. And it was interesting to me that this festival appears in this week because it's very, very fitting with what's going on. It's about taking a break within all of this powerful summery energy, really stepping back, and for the first time really being able to reap the rewards of your hard work. July has been very positive. You know, Mars has been direct. It's been much easier since it's been much easier than June, for instance, but this is now almost like a pit stop where you can look around your life and you can kind of reflect a little bit and even reap the benefits of your hard work. Now, Monday the 25th of July, I have put down here that this has the potential to be one of the most productive days of the entire year. So you have the ability to make major practical changes through the strength of energy that you've got, and you can make changes to your practical physical life, in work, in your relationships. And the reason for that is we've got really strong energy up in the heavens. We've got the moon in Aries, which is all about go, 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 and feeling very comfortable with go, go, go. And it squares Pluto and Capricorn. So there's an energy and there's a relationship between these two that's about friction and motivation and energy in itself. And then the moon also conjuncts Uranus. So these big outer planets are really saying, go for it. We are, not only are you comfortable with having all this energy, but we're supporting you. Go out there and do it. And that's why really this has so much potential this day. If there's anything that you've got outstanding that's on your to-do list, please schedule to do it on Monday the 25th of July, because nothing is going to stand in your way. You're sitting in your Formula One race car and you bang down, you know, the racetrack, and really things go your way, and you really have the strength and energy to achieve all of those things. Tuesday the 26th is different. It is a very positive day. By the way, excuse me about the noise. This is like take 8 of this weekly horoscope. I'm at the Abbey today, but it's very noisy today for whatever reason. So Tuesday the 26th is about contentment and reaping the rewards of your work. And this is very much aligned with that festival on the 31st. Completion of a cycle, moving towards that first harvest. And the moon goes into Taurus on this day at 3:39 Greenwich Mean Time. The last quarter moon occurs at 23:01, so 1 minute past 11. And this moon squares the sun in Leo. So this is really when the stepping back and looking at what you've done with your life and how hard you've worked in July really becomes highlighted, and you can really enjoy that. So schedule in some personal time. Even this week, you can see the rewards of all of the stuff that you've done on Monday. So it's a really nice day to take it a bit more easy and to just enjoy yourself. Wednesday is interesting because you really are blessed with genius. And you're blessed with genius for recognizing practical opportunities that appear in your life. And you also have the genius and the gift and the ability to actually take action on those opportunities. There's nothing worse than, and I'm sure you'll relate to this, seeing something that could have happened, but only realizing in hindsight, it's like, oh, you know, if I'd reacted more quickly, then I could have made use of this, but then the moment has passed. That's not going to happen on Wednesday. If anything good does appear, or if there is an opportunity, you will have the quick reaction and the ability to make use of that and to really get the most out of a situation. Mercury in Leo trines Uranus in Aries, And this is the last time these two have a relationship before Uranus goes into retrograde. So this is like Uranus's parting gift to you, a blessing that he's giving. The moon in Taurus squares Venus in Leo, and the moon in Taurus also trines Jupiter in Virgo. And that's why there's that ability to recognize and then to take practical action. On Thursday, the 28th of July, there's practical ability and this ability to progress and to make the best of your circumstances. That continues until the evening when the moon then goes into Gemini, and the shift will happen and you're going to stop being so practical and you're going into a much more cerebral mode. Okay, so if you have to do things, if you have to get things sorted out in a practical sense with your career, with your money, with your relationships, practical matters, do it before Thursday, because the energy shifts completely and it's much more about analyzing and being cerebral and thinking about these things rather than taking action. Friday, the 29th of July, Uranus does go retrograde, okay, and it will go retrograde until the end of December. So we're entering a whole new period now, and this is a really great time to start to review the changes that you've made this year, okay? So it has been a very productive year so far. With Uranus going into retrograde, that sense of drive and super strong energy, it will start to pull back a little bit. So it's a good time to look at what you've done and to make necessary tweaks or changes to the things that you have achieved in 2016. It's really splitting the year in two halves, really. Action and less action to an extent, where you're able to contemplate things more clearly and see things for what they are. So it's almost now that on Friday the 29th, hindsight starts a little bit and you're able to review what you've been doing and to make improvements if you need to. On Saturday, the pace really begins to slow down. Passion and performance are really replaced with detail and analysis now, and at the same time the desire to nurture other people is more pronounced. The moon goes into Cancer at 9:10 and Mercury enters Virgo. Communication is very crystal clear, detail-oriented, analysis-based. And that moon in Cancer gives you that kind of maternal, loving energy. And then finally on Sunday, expect greater understanding of what you love and who you love. You'll be able to stop taking things for granted. And again, it's a repeat of the beginning of the week, where it's a good day to take action when it comes to matters of love and romance. So the moon in Cancer now begins to trine Neptune in Pisces. It opposes Pluto in Capricorn, and Venus in Leo trines Uranus in Aries. So it's about love, it's about taking action to make things better, and it's a suspension of that cerebral energy that we're now in the second half of the week. Okay, so it's a really, I think it's a very positive week. It's the first couple of days really strong and so productive. So if there is anything outstanding, use this time before Uranus goes retrograde to really make those last minute changes or to catch up on the things that you haven't been able to do yet. And then later on in the week, it's really the beginning of the second half of the year, where it's stepping back and it's reviewing what you've done and what action you've taken. So this is very much kind of aligned with the seasons, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere, you know, things starting to blossom, coming to fruition. Now the heat being there and being able to harvest that and stepping back and making sense of things, aligning yourself with what is good and what is bad, and sitting back and reviewing. So that's what I get for you in this final week of July. If you would like a personal reading with me about your career, what you would like to do, or if you don't know what your life purpose is yet and you'd like to find out, if you have any questions about love or your marriage or when you're going to meet the right person, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you can order your reading with me there. I'm just a little bit distracted by the screaming children. I picked a bad day to come here. I don't know why they're all so noisy. So what was I saying? Yeah, you can order a reading with me on my website. Subscribe to the channel, please. You can see all of the videos that I upload daily, tarot readings. I'll also do live readings on Facebook, so check out the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Gregory Scott 444. If you want to have me pull a tarot card on there, that's what I do on Facebook. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.